We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse.
It's a good crowd. Great crowd. We're going to start in just a couple minutes. Just let the stragglers walk on in. What time we got? 2 more minutes. So, who actually listens to the podcast? Raise your hand.
Oh,
yay! Next question. Where do you do the yokai watch stuff?
A genuine question here. Where can we watch the podcast? Because ever since I've been, you guys invited me to be like the only thing I know that you guys do are videos, like YouTube videos.
So you watch it on YouTube?
I feel this is a question you should have asked in private.
Well, hold on. Considering the fact that podcasts are on iTunes, it gets put on iTunes feeds.
It's on iTunes?
Yes, it's on iTunes. You're good. Get out. Yes, it's on iTunes. And it's also on TrexLight.com.
I thought you were doing video game streaming.
TrexLight.com is the website.
We do not enough looking as unprofessional as we do. You just wrecked it. Everyone here is going to be like, oh,
no, it's cool because...
I can't believe they gave him mics.
Oh, no, it's cool because they see unprofessionalism as kind of, okay, these guys are kind of like us.
You don't explain the joke.
Yes,
you never explain the joke.
Keep it up, it's funny.
Okay, so we're going to start in just a moment. I just want to say that we're going to have anticipation because we love it so much. So we have a microphone right here. You're going to stand at the end of the aisle, and when you have something to say, when we call upon you guys, just come right on up and just grab the microphone. And that camera will be recording you. So if you want to look at that camera, go right ahead. So if you say bad stuff, we know who it was. Yes, this whole thing, in case anyone doesn't know, if you guys miss any of the panels in this room or any of the other ones that were not the sneak peeks because, copyright. All the videos will be on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/nerdsoftheapocalypse. So it'll be in the SCCC16 playlist. So I think I have maybe 15 videos so far, not including the interviews that we still have to conduct before the end of the day. So, all right, Baxter.
We're also hosting the children's cosplay contest. I don't know if anybody's heard it.
In the big room back there.
So we're excited about that.
So no favorites. I'm sorry, no favorites.
Say again? It was pre-registered. I think. I don't know. They may be doing stuff at the door. Just double check. At the front table.
Yeah, you just register at when you go in the front table.
Yeah, just start at the front. Don't leave right now. I'm just
kidding.
We should aim for him plenty of time before the cutoff time. Okay. So, all right, actually, you know what to do. Okay, not that.
Oh, sorry.
It's about to spit hot fire.
No.
All right, introduce.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the whole thing. I'm gonna do the whole thing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nerds of the Apocalypse. I'm of course Stevie B. Alongside me it is
Trex.
Beth.
Pat Benatar.
You've seen me the past couple panels. I'm sure. Come on, Ken. Anyway, thanks for coming back.
Okay, so the reason why we do like to get the audience involved because we sit around and talk to ourselves all the time. When we come to these things, we like to have you guys talk to us, and we wanted to talk about summer movies because we've been kind of out of it for the past few months because I just had a baby. Not me personally, my wife did. Thank you. I worked hard on it.
What's his name?
His name is Oliver Benjamin, also known as Obi. That's what I call him. That's the best Star Wars reference I could get out of my wife.
And I call him Ollie because I like Arrow.
Yeah, so it's like a plethora of nerd out of that kid.
You snuck that in.
I'm confident he's going to grow up to be like a football player, jock, like someone I can't relate with at all. And he's going to call himself like Oliver, or Benjamin, just to get rid of it. So I don't know. Anyway, so we've missed a lot of summer movies. We generally go over all the summer movies, and the last one we did a full cast on. It's probably our last cast was BVS. So we thought, what better place to get back in the swing of things? Guys, there's some chairs over here if you want to take a seat. Okay, no. Well, what better place to get back in the swing of things is here. And so we've made a list. Beth sent us a list of 18 movies.
They're not summer movies.
Yeah, we're like, A, it's not summer movies. B, we have 45 minutes in there. So we couldn't figure out what to do. So we said, well, let's set the mic up and let's see what they want to talk about. And this will be spoilers, I'm sorry, but we're going to talk about it.
Yes, all the spoiler alerts. If you don't like spoilers, don't leave still.
Yes. Please don't. So we will start off by what we wanted to talk about. Now, raise your hand if you've seen The Killing Joke, the animated Killing Joke.
Awful.
Yeah, we agree.
We actually all got, except for you, he wasn't there, but the rest of us, and you two, the three of us, me, Beth, and Bennett, we all watched it together. And the Killing Joke portion of the movie was spot on. It was perfect. But you can't do a full-length movie on a short story like The Killing Joke. So they squashed in this Batgirl thing, and it's really put a bad taste in my mouth. Like, what do you guys think? No, I'm talking to you. I'm looking at you.
Well, you gotta talk to the other two because I didn't watch it.
You've never seen it all yet.
And
That's no. Some of these movies we haven't seen that I have. Okay, I'm gonna vent to you guys real quick. There was a comment on iTunes that was like, some of these guys haven't seen this. Yeah, not all of us see the stuff, and we talk to each other about it. I was upset. I'm sorry. No, but
someone in this room will find you.
I know. Beth, how do you feel about the portrayal of Batgirl in Killing Joke?
I wasn't really happy with it because the best way she is with Batman, you know? And I know you had a problem with it because you feel like Batman is a father figure. My problem was there's this phone call and she kind of like loses her...
Her fat crap.
She like loses her cred as like this powerful woman because she like flips out over it. And then nothing doesn't have to mean anything. She should have just left it alone, just went on with it, and like bringing up that little thing, I feel like it just hurt her.
Did Batman leave the toilet seat up?
No, she just made it super awkward. Like it was a thing that happened, and then
That's an awkward situation.
Yeah. But see, another thing about it is right. We have this. It's essentially this Batgirl story that they just kind of made for the movie. I don't think that story's been in comics. I know there's in Batman Beyond they made a hint that like they got together in the past. Now they're not together anymore, or something like that. But the whole focus on the Killing Joke story is on Jim Gordon and like the Joker trying to break down Jim Gordon. And so you have this front half that's all about Batgirl. And so you kind of don't care what happens to Jim Gordon at the end. Like it doesn't mesh well.
That's not good.
Yeah, it just didn't. You just feel like, oh, Jim Gordon, his daughter died. You kept wondering what was going to happen with Barbara because the first half was so focused on Barbara, and you're like, well, what happened? She's in bed. She's just paralyzed now. That's it. So it just sucks. I was upset. I'm very adamant about that. They've done strides in their comics to make Batgirl this different person. And then they just, in the movie, they just kind of were like, never mind, forget all that. She's no longer a strong, independent woman. Like, she's got father figure issues. I don't know. It brought me down. Anyway, that's my thing. So grab my, you can grab my mic. What movie you want to talk about?
Give me the
Steven
microphone.
Universe.
Steven Universe.
I got this guy.
Oh, yes, thanks.
I got this.
I got a parallax pin on here.
So I actually just got into it because I've been doing a project for DragonCon, doing a lyric video. I've been putting lyrics to 80-something songs, and I had to do a lyric video for Giant Woman and for Garnet's Stronger Than You video, which, of course, as soon as I heard the Giant Woman, I'm like, okay, fine. My friend Christina's been dogging me trying to watch the show. Fine, I binged it, saw the first 2 seasons on Hulu. I am officially a Steven Universe fan. That show is amazing. Yes. Even the season 2, when you find out what Garnet was, Garnet's my favorite now. Just that, holy crap, I'm such a Garnet fan. But yeah, Steven Universe by far. If you haven't, and I'm a 31-year-old adult, and I still watch cartoons, but if you haven't seen Steven Universe, it breaks a lot of boundaries. That was really controversial, of course, when it was coming out, but just for a good slap in your face, laughter, and caring, and song, they start singing songs like every episode in season 3. It was really good. It's just a really awesome show to watch, so I get Trex stamp of approval right there.
Who's your favorite Homeworld character?
My favorite Homeworld character?
Mine is Lapis.
What?
That's your answer.
I have a thing where I like shy women because I like to break them out of show. And as soon as I saw Lapis, I'm like, you're amazing. You're great. I love Lapis. She's a great character. I love her absolutely.
As soon as I saw her, I'm like, she's my favorite. She is exactly my favorite. Peridot has actually grown on me.
Yeah.
Peridot has grown. Jasper, though, I gotta get rid of that. We need to finish that.
Oh yeah.
I still like Jasper a little bit just because she's like the main protagonist or the main antagonist.
She is, and now I'm like 3 episodes into season 3 because CartoonNetwork.com sucks. I don't care. It sucks. Your website sucks. You can't give me episodes.
Watch it immediately get taken down by Cartoon.
Bring it on, Turner. So, but I'm like 5 episodes into season 3. I saw, I can't remember what the last episode I saw, but so don't spoil anything for me if you see me. So I have to find a way to watch the rest of the series. I didn't hear that. I got my list.
What about fusions?
Which one?
Fusions, like
Oh, the fusions?
besides Garnet.
Besides Garnet? Ooh, giant one. One from Pearl. Yeah, Opal, yeah. Alright, we gotta move on to the next one.
Do you guys like Doctor Who?
You know my answer.
Once again, I'll take this, guys. I have to say, I did get him to at least start it.
I watched the Eccleston season. I really liked that. I didn't like it after that. I really liked that.
You're not a tenant person.
No, I guess not. I don't know.
That's okay, because I wasn't a tenant person at first.
Underappreciated.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
I just thought he was cool. I don't know.
But, I mean, my doctor is mad. I like my friend.
Can I ask one more question?
Sure.
Have you guys ever watched Babylon 5?
That was...
For my
90.
I watched it, but as a child,
Yeah,
because we I grew up during that time, and I wasn't really focused like I am now. But Babylon 5 is on my list because my friend gave me a list to watch, and I watched Deep Space Nine just last year, so Babylon 5 is next.
My man.
Have you noticed a decline, back to the Killing Joke, have you noticed a decline in the quality of, it's too long, so you can still hear me. Like the Killing Joke, how it wasn't good. And before that, Justice League versus Teen Titans was, have you noticed a decline? Like, you remember Under the Red Hood came out, it was excellent. Lately, they haven't been making good direct DVDs. Have you been noticing that also?
I didn't watch Justice League versus Teen Titans. I think the last one before that was
I watched
It was Grown Up Atlantis, I think.
I saw Grown Up Atlantis. That wasn't that good. They changed things in the animations. Bennett watches. You watched them all, right?
Yeah,
So what do you think? Did you watch the Teen Titans versus Justice League?
I actually have not seen that yet.
Yeah, to answer your question, that's where we're at. We don't watch it.
I guess that speaks on the quality.
We watched The Killing Joke because it was a Killing Joke, and we expected it to be The Killing Joke.
Yeah, for me, it was. I remember Flashpoint, and it was at Flashpoint they made this new direction with their direct-to-DVD movies, and then it was Assault on Arkham.
Well, is that the one with the Suicide Squad?
Yeah. Assault on Arkham was my last one that I saw, and I really liked. Teen Titans thing, I wasn't a big fan because I just wasn't a fan of the character, so I didn't watch it. Killing Joke, I really wasn't interested because of Batgirl stuff. But the Assault on Arkham for me probably was the last one I wanted to see. I never saw Throne of Atlantis. I really probably should.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Well, I wasn't like, wow, that was great.
Well, you are right. The direct-to-DVD has declined.
It's starting to be a decline with DC, because usually DC cartoons are better than Marvel cartoons turn out to be. Marvel makes better movies than, it's kind of flip-flop.
He has the same thing. Yeah, that's right. We're right here. That's exactly how I always say.
Yeah. Speaking of Suicide Squad, who all has seen the movie?
Suicide Squad. All
All
right.
right, no one on that side. Yeah, who are you?
Let's do the shot of hand if you liked it.
If you liked it,
Yeah.
it was better than Batman v Superman.
We're not talking about, relatively bad.
It's a very, I've noticed, online, it's a very mixed response. Some people love it, some people hate it. And you can tell that it was a attack on the internet. Like, Warner Brothers was like, oh, BVS was dark. Let's do what we can to make this as close to Guardians of the Galaxy as we can. And so it turned, and Sanford Green put on a tweet or Facebook, he made a perfect analogy. He said it's like Rocky Road ice cream and sherbet. You either like one or you like the other, maybe you like both, but together you're probably not going to like them. That's really what it was. It's like the first half and the second half of the movie, it's like the second half is what they were going for, and the first half is like what they made to lighten it up a little bit.
Yeah, the first half is like TV made it up.
Right.
Yeah, and also keep in mind, and I don't know if you guys followed this, Suicide Squad, this was not the actual original cut. This was before Batman vs Superman was coming out.
I heard that.
Yeah, they were coming out. Suicide Squad was done. They were in the editing room. They were actually almost getting. It was almost about to be perfect. Batman vs Superman was starting to come out. All the reviews were coming out. It was bad. It was this, too dark, not too light. All of a sudden, like Warner Brothers came back to Suicide Squad. We need to make it more lighthearted. And as soon as I heard that, I'm like, well, this movie's just gonna tank.
The director did an interview and said that there was like 5 different cuts, and the one they put out was called the dossier cut. It's why that front of the movie's like just like the beginning of Armageddon, where like you have to go. But I mean, that was cool. The music was cool, but I feel like they just shoved the music in where they could. They were just like, we got to put popular. That's what made Guardians good. We got to throw popular music in there as much as possible. And it's not. And then people were like, where's Harley Quinn's mallet? All right, well, let's take a 10-second screenshot of her holding the mallet with the baseball bat being the rest of the movie because we already filmed that.
I just pray that Blu-ray has like every single cut.
I feel like the whole movie. I'm sorry. I feel like the whole movie was, hey, look what we can do with these characters, but let's just kind of forget about the whole story continuity, everything making sense. I mean, Will Smith stole that show basically.
Mm-hmm.
And
what do you always say?
what?
Will Smith playing Deadshot playing Will Smith?
Yeah, like that's pretty much it. Like, I mean, it's like how you see a Jack Nicholson movie. Like, a lot of the times it comes to a point where you don't see that guy as a character, you see him as Jack Nicholson, like The Shining, but it's like Jack Nicholson's playing Jack Nicholson. That's how I kind of felt with Will Smith playing Deadshot. Like, after a while, you feel like you're watching an episode of Fresh Prince, except 20 years later, like, and he met Harley Quinn.
It went really wrong.
It's not Deadshot. It's not Deadshot. Or, I mean, it is Deadshot, but, like, it's
Hancock
Deadshot.
shot?
Exactly, Hancock shot. Yeah.
Now, and to end it with that, I will say this: for the people who haven't seen it, it is a
Yes.
decent movie.
Go see it. It's
But
good.
I will say this: taking a child to it, I treat this movie as a Hancock movie because Hancock was PG-13, and after I watched that movie, I came out and said this shouldn't have been PG-13 because all it really did with the rating, they only missed one more cuss word. And it would have been rated R, and that's why I felt that Suicide Squad was. Of course, the violence and some of the graphic scenes in there, sure, probably wasn't good, was good enough for PG-13, but the language in it, there was maybe an 8-year-old sitting next to us in an aisle by the way, and I'm like, he shouldn't be here for this. I don't care if he's a good kid, he shouldn't be here.
It's like when you're at GameStop and you're standing right behind the bombers behind the Grand Theft Auto 5. You're like, oh.
You're sitting there telling them, hey, you know this has sex, violence, drugs, all sorts of stuff, but you can literally drive a car and see, sexual acts taking place. Oh yeah, that's fine, let him get it. Then she comes back the next day, what was this? I'm not playing this, man. We literally told you to your face.
We read the back of the box, Steve. Yes, sir.
That reminds me of when some, like I saw the post on Facebook, that reminded me of Deadpool.
Oh, yeah.
I just assumed it just because it was Deadpool, you could take a kid.
Blame Marvel Comics marketing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
I blame people who just like,
Don't
oh,
pay
it's,
attention.
yeah, it's rated R.
I
Let me
wouldn't
take my
blame
kids to it. No, if the doctor tells you
It's
to
rated R. Oh, it's rated R, but he's wearing a big red costume. That's a kid's movie. No.
I wouldn't blame it on Marvel Comics marketing. I mean, there's literally a commercial of Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool saying, do not bring your kids to this movie. That aired on basic cable. Yeah.
What you got, brother?
I do the Suicide Squad, like all the cuts in the movie. It's a shadow, former thing. Like, I feel that it could have turned out like Deadpool. Like it should have been rated R and involved more cursing and stuff, but DC is the friendly no-kill dark movies, while Marvel is the everyday bring your child to the movie theater, let's mass murder everyone.
You think George R. R. Martin works for Marvel?
No. See, they mass murder in the background, so you don't see it.
Oh, okay.
It's cool.
If George R. R. Martin worked for Marvel, half the Avengers would be dead.
Yeah.
Most of them would have been the ones we liked.
Yeah.
They would only keep one person that we would like. It's like they only keep the one Jon Snow. It would be like either Cap or Iron Man, and then they kill him, and then they bring him back. Yeah.
I wouldn't say Marvel kills people off because they couldn't kill off Coulson. It was just that one Deadpool movie.
No, I think
they're
they're referring to like the deaths in the background. Like there's so many.
Like the whole
deaths.
premise of
I don't know. Just go back and watch Tim Burton Batman. How many people he killed in the
Yes,
Batman.
right.
And I will say this,
Kill
with the Phil Coulson thing, crap, his mind just escaped me.
Joss Whedon?
Thank you. Joss Whedon actually got really upset with Marvel for the fact that they brought Phil Coulson back for the TV show. Because Joss killed him, Joss wanted him dead. Not come back to life.
Joss gets what Joss wants.
That's right.
That's right.
You had a question, Benson?
Yeah, I feel like the people should have put the Joker in more. Because, like, I mean, Jack Nicholson was pretty hard to top as a Joker, but I mean, they should have at least let this Joker have a try.
No, you did.
I'm okay with how much they had him. I think.
Well,
You just don't like Jared Leto.
I think
No, Heath Ledger, yeah.
I think you would have liked him more because see, they cut him out so much. Like Jared Leto did an interview and said, like 75% of my stuff wasn't in the movie. And they also they completely re-edited the interaction between Harley Quinn and Joker. I read that too. Like in the movie, they have the like I love you relationship, like a for real relationship. But it was filmed the way it's written in the comic book, where she just kind of follows him around and he doesn't care. And they edited it to change it, and it doesn't work right because it was filmed one way and then edited to look another. And so it does in this scene with the helicopter, it's supposed to be thrown out instead of trying to grab like he was supposed to push.
Props to the editor on that. I was really impressed. So.
It's so much.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like, going back to that, Joker's interaction in the movie was severely cut in like the separate scenes. Like the late script from the scene where Joker burnt down Wayne Mansion and Batman punched out his teeth, and that's why he can't smile in the movie. And that's why
Can I have that in the movie? I want that in the movie. I want
Yes.
that.
I think it was cut on purpose. They probably didn't put that somewhere else.
Come on, Blu-ray
I
special.
know. Yeah, I think that's what that's for. Like maybe an Under the Red Hood live action movie. I don't know. Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts on the Marvel DC critic thing? Because I feel that they are judging DC off of Marvel's they've had 6 years, 7 years, I don't know how long it's been, but they've had 6 years to develop this universe. And DC's had 1 year with 2 or 3 movies now, and I feel like they're kind of judging them harshly because Marvel's had so long to do it, but they're just coming into it.
See, that's the thing though, like you're saying, it's a good point. Like Iron Man started out the entire Marvel universe 2008, so they've had about 8 years. But once you got to Avengers, like that changed the game. Like that made superhero movies like completely mainstream at that point. DC saw this and already making Man of Steel during that time, they were just like, oh my god, like Marvel's got something here. What are we gonna do? Well, let's go ahead and make Man of Steel, but afterwards we're gonna need to. They were just so desperate to like get caught up that they decided to make Batman vs Superman like that and turn that into Justice League Part 1, a bunch of different Superman comics thrown into there, a bunch of different Batman comics. That's why Doomsday's in there. That's why they're introducing Wonder Woman. That's why a bunch of Justice League characters get cameos, and they just. It's like that quote from Jurassic Park. Like you got so caught up on whether you could do it, you didn't stop to think on whether you should.
Yeah, and Marvel remember Marvel sold off a lot of their products to other companies, Sony, Fox, all that good stuff, because they didn't know whether it would actually do well. Warner Brothers owns DC. Like it is a back pocket deal, and
Warner Brothers just never capitalized on any of that material until it was kind of too late. Where Marvel is now blown out the water with the combination of action, comedy, seriousness, a little bit of dark, and they melded that into a pot that works. Warner Brothers has not found that method. They don't have a Joss. Zack Snyder will never be a Joss Whedon.
They brought on Jeff Johns because they're like, all right, we need to do something, and so they brought on Jeff Johns to oversee to be the Joss Whedon of the movies. Because they're like, well, you're really good when they give you a comic book, so maybe you can do really good if we give you the movies. Yeah, if you look at like all the rebirths and stuff like that from back in the day, and Aquaman, it's the most recent New 52 Aquaman. Everybody hated Aquaman, and then Jeff Johns was writing Aquaman. It's fantastic. Yeah. And to the point where like he even wrote where like someone made fun of, and Aquaman saves him, and they're like, oh, I got saved by Aquaman, lame. And he's like, dude, I just saved your life. And so hopefully he'll do. The first thing he said was we need to make Superman more happy. So I'm a Superman fanboy for those who don't know, so I'm very excited about that. And he just needs to smile more, man. He's always like.
I think Batman versus Superman is better than it appears. I like it because I went to wonderful. I'm not gonna lie.
Things on rocks.
Yeah. So I went, and I was surprised because I was expecting it to be a big old flop, but I enjoyed it. It was a fun movie to watch.
It goes back to about the reviews. I mean, I think they take little things and then escalate them. Are Marvel movies better than DC movies? I think they're different tones. At this point, when you're criticizing a superhero movie, all you have to go on is what you've seen with Marvel. It's like, well, this is not the stuff. Yes, sir.
Also, we have this memory that Marvel movies have always been good.
Yes!
And they have not. Daredevil, Ghost Rider,
Hey, you leave Johnny out of this, okay? Nick Cage is Ghost Rider.
That Thor movie, that first Thor movie.
That's high praise.
That's a great movie. It's cool to see the Destroyer in it, but that's about it. It's not a great movie. And so it wasn't really until Iron Man that America was like, whoa, we can enjoy these movies too,
Yeah.
And that's what's changed. DC will get there, I think. It's just going to take some time. They've got more corporate inertia to manage. That's just the problem.
Randy, this gentleman did Brown.
In Batman versus Superman, when Superman flies, the spirit comes up, and when he dies, and the funeral, the dirt came up to that. I think that's what comes out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, doing a Superman death at the end of that was like, why'd you do that? Because you have marketing of the Justice League standing together, and so it's like, okay, so we definitely know he comes back. It's just the question of how.
I mean, if Henry Cavill can come back with a mullet, I'm already gonna hate the movie.
They've already teased the black costume. He put a thing on Twitter where it's like half of a black S.
What you got?
In the Justice League trailer, just a random question. How do you view the episode of Rick and Morty playing in the background?
Love it.
That's great.
More Rick and Morty.
One of the biggest criticisms about BVS was the show humor. And so they made Barry Allen actually funny. He's not like fake funny where it's like, oh, he's trying to be funny. Like the way they've written him, he's legit humorous. And it looks like he's going to play off the other super series, like Batman, where he's like, I want you to join it. Okay.
Oh, really? I faked out Kilmer smiling.
That scene in the trailer completely reminded me of that scene in Civil War where they just stop the plot and Tony Stark just goes to recruit Spider-Man. Like that seems what it's going to be like in Justice League. He's just going to be like, all right, Wonder Woman, go kick some ass. I'm going to go get this and he just goes and recruits Flash, and everyone laughs. And yes, sir.
Here's my question. We watch a lot of the Arrows and Flash.
CW's doing it.
Why do you feel major corporations kind of feel the average consumer is not smart enough to understand? Here's the TV universe. Because some characters they took off, like they took Deadshot off of Arrow.
He might be my best friend.
Yeah, they took the Suicide Squad off.
Yeah, they kind of feel that the audience is not going to recognize, okay, here's the movie universe,
I can answer
here's
that.
the TV universe. So they take away characters.
So I can't remember if she was part of if she's DC or Warner Brothers, but there was a marketing executive in an interview on superherohype.com, like way back last year maybe. She said that because of the split, it's because they don't want to do what Marvel does. They also don't want to, I guess, pigeonhole. Yeah, they don't want to pigeonhole the creative team behind the movie and the TVs to do this thing. With Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the Marvel movies, it was tough for Joss. It was to try and meld everything together. That's also why I feel that Avengers 2 was kind of meh.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah, especially with the tie-in with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I completely understand why they want to split the movies and the TV universe. I just don't think that they should, especially when we have now 2 Flashes, and it really upsets me because Grant Gustin is like the best.
2 Supermans now.
And 2 Superman, yes!
Yeah.
Well, I don't think there's, I don't really, is that a problem though? Like,
Well, now we have Flashpoint too. Flashpoint is their escape.
I don't think that's really a big issue. I think it's better because, like you said, now Flash will have its own Suicide Squad, or Arrow will have its own Suicide Squad, and now Supergirl is going to have his own Superman, even though he looks like the villain from Lazy Town. Have you guys ever seen Lazy Town? He looks just like Robbie Rotten. I showed
But he's gonna smile.
Yeah, I showed it to my wife, and she was like, "Why is Robbie Rotten Superman?" And I was like, "Shut up!" And I like put 2 pictures together, and I was like, "Oh, that's legit. Looks just like him." I sent it to Jim. But I mean, it's cool. It's a different take. And they've said that this isn't Henry Cavill. Can I talk about this real quick?
Okay.
Someone goes,
Yeah.
this guy is small. Like, why Superman should be huge? And I was like, should Superman
He's
really
shorter than Supergirl with heels on. Yes, he's short.
Should Superman be huge? Like, what can he do to build muscle mass?
I want him to be relatable.
Yeah. Okay. On that
To build muscle mass, you need a good workout routine. Platform shoes.
Grant Gustin said in that new Flash episode, Flashpoint, it will change the CW universe era.
Yeah, Tommy might be back.
They need to bring back Canary.
Which one?
They were like, we have this lame.
Oh, do
character,
not tell. Oh, now my head
and we're
hurts.
gonna take all these steps to make her cool again. And then I was like, I finally enjoy Laura Lance, and they're like, I was like, why, man?
Oh, don't bring Laurel
I
back.
was so upset.
Bring Sarah back. Get rid of
She
Legend
is
of Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And wait, get rid of Legend of Tomorrow.
How dare you?
Just bring back Sarah.
Jim has limits on it. He's about to fight you, I think.
I know.
Be careful when you walk out.
You leave Rory alone, okay? He is finally a time master. He's a time lord.
So to shift it from comic book movies, I haven't seen it yet. But Beth, you were very adamant about Ghostbusters. Yes. Let's hear your thoughts.
I need to come over here because I'm part of that crowd too.
Oh, here you go.
Guys, don't you guys know we can't? You never talk about friends with. You never talk friends. Or just never.
Well,
Don't talk about politics.
We'll wait.
Or religion or Ghostbusters.
The new Ghostbusters.
Yeah, new Ghostbusters.
What's
Go for it.
Yeah.
I like the new Ghostbusters. I mean, I didn't have a problem with it.
Easy pitchforks.
Honestly, I think the marketing was probably the worst marketing ever for that because when they announced that it was going to be female Ghostbusters, I had no issues. When they put that first trailer out, that's when I had issues. That felt like they stereotyped every female type in those. And I kind of went in with like, I'm not sure, and like I walked out loving it. I had a great time. I had laughs. I had fun. Females were not stereotyped in any way for the most part. I mean, it was just a good movie. It was a good summer movie. I didn't like it as much as the original, but I had a good time.
Kate McKinnon was wifey. I loved her since SNL, and she was. And at the same time, I'm not a big Leslie Jones fan, but I enjoyed her time on SNL, and I hope she continues on. And she was the greatest in that movie.
I love her so much.
She was the best. What you got?
I guess what I didn't understand with Ghostbusters, why was it such great as it's such a sacred cow where it kind of felt like it was untouchable. You get what it was like they said they're gonna do all females and people flip their wig.
Because the internet is weird.
Yeah, there's a group of vocal people on the internet that make pretty much us look bad when they read
Angry Game Nerd.
Yeah, like they just like for some reason if it's a remake, ruined your childhood. That doesn't make any sense. Like you still have the old Ghostbusters, so if you don't like the new Ghostbusters, just don't watch them. Turn on the old one. The problem that I think the marketing was terrible. And the first trailer, it was like, so is this a remake or is this a sequel? Because they presented it as like a sequel.
What was her name? That oh my gosh, I can't remember.
Sure, Sigourney Weaver, Melissa
No.
McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy. There you go. Melissa McCarthy. She was even upset about the way they marketed it. She was on an interview with John J. and Rich, and they were like, "We understand why." She was like, "I don't understand either. I don't know why they put the 30 years earlier or later mark on there." Like, that was not how it was supposed
when
to
you
be
got Kevin Smith coming out and saying that the trailer was horrible, you have a bad trailer. You listen to him. And I'm with Beth. I walked in with mid expectations. I walked out with a big smile, with a big, just a great enjoyment for the fact that Chris Hemsworth played the dumb blonde, the jock. It was priceless. And all the whole cast did a great job with it. It was the marketing that really flopped with it.
I saw it twice on one day.
There you go. I can't.
I still haven't seen it. It's not for lack of wanting to see it. I just can't do that much.
What you got? Oh, you sir.
On a side note, since Kevin Smith was brought up, if you felt that Kevin Smith fits these of your movie,
I would.
Avengers 2.
No, I would put him directly into Fox to work on fixing X-Men and Fantastic Four.
Hell yeah. So that to hear your question, if Kevin Smith could direct any comic book movie to make it better or whatever, what would it be? I go with Avengers 2, but he's right. Anything Fox produces that. just like Kevin Smith take over for Fox. Right here.
Each for each one of you down the line. What YouTube movie reviewer do you trust?
Oh, gee, I don't even. None of them. I don't watch them. I make my own judgments based on that because I feel like they'll say something for views, and I don't like that.
Jeremy Johns.
Actually, I listen to Bloody Good Horror, and one of the guys on there called Casey, he does a pretty good review. He's like the average everyday moviegoer. He's not looking for depth or art. He's like, did I have a good time? Did it play well? So I trust him.
I'm kind of with Head. I don't really watch reviews because I have to make my own judgment. And the problem with me is I will find the good in any movie and hold on to that like a baby drowning. Because I saw Meet the Spartans. I laughed from beginning to end. And when the credits were rolling, I'm like, what did I just watch? What was this? So I try to hold on to the good in every movie, and I will point out the bad. But one of the reviewers I watch, because I support him, Angry Joe with the angry reviews. He's an angry guy, but Joe's angry just really for the views and just because that's his personality that he brings to the camera. But I trust a lot of his views. He does a good job detailing everything.
I don't watch Angry Joe because one review is like 2 hours long.
I'm not lying. It's this long.
It's so long. I don't know if you guys know Boogie 298. I watch his stuff all the time. And
Francis.
He does a character called Francis. I like his stuff because the whole video is like 20 minutes. So the first 10 minutes is non-spoiler, the second 10 minutes is spoiler, and he like moves an icon across the screen, so like I know when to press play if I've seen it or not. And we have kind of the same personality type, so if he likes that, I think I'm gonna dig it. Although he really, really likes Suicide Squad, I didn't like it that much. It was okay.
Right. You blue shirt.
Okay. So you bring up Avengers 2. And so my point I made earlier about the reviews and stuff, about how they're talking about DC and Marvel. Avengers 2 was not, I didn't like it. I didn't think it was that good. but it's still got a 90% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. And then you have Suicide Squad, which was DC, which I thought was pretty good, but you did a 25% rating, and that's below Green Lantern, which everybody hates.
Oh,
Now,
come on.
No, okay, I'll say this. As a Green Lantern fan, because Ed's one as well. I enjoyed Green Lantern until the after credit scene when Sinestro takes the ring. Because as soon as I saw that scene, the movie was crap to me. Because you can't give me this big speech from Hal, and Sinestro is just, I believe him. Let's do it. And turn around and just get in the ring like, what was the motivation? Why did you do that?
So, with Green Lantern, they had the right actor, as you can see from Deadpool, with the very, 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 very wrong script. I could have rewritten that movie better. And I even told them my script about the whole Sinestro Corps and all that stuff. Yeah, that was so. With his portrayal on Deadpool, I was like, my theory was correct. Right actor, wrong theater, wrong script. Yeah, that's on his hand first.
With Adventures 2, the Chitauri Scepter of Loki, it's the same thing with Marvel Age of Shield because Phil Coulson and are trying to get the Chitauri Scepter.
Yeah. Yes, the Loki Pokey stick is everywhere. It's also a gem. Or is it, they call it gems in the
Stone.
Yeah, so it'll be around for a while longer too.
But real fast, Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic can go burn.
Oh yeah. I want to put this out to you. I wrote a 10-page paper about why the Batman movies were not good Batman movies, but they were good movies. And it really opened my eyes because I was originally of the mindset that they were just horrible movies in general as well. So how are these doing so well? Well, there's certain things that a critic looks for, and that's how they rate a lot of their movies. And it's known as you need your A-list actors. So if you don't have any A-list actors, you're already going to be looked at poorly. Why are you not able to recruit them? Was it not a good enough script? You're looking for how much money was put into it. You're looking for the soundtrack. You're looking for and then worldwide grossing. So your real critical analysis isn't done until after the movie has made its worldwide premiere. So that's also another reason why I don't watch critics or reviews online, because it's not done yet. But it's really difficult to see DC clash with Marvel because they don't have access to those guys. They're all under Marvel with Disney contracts, so they're having to pull new people. So they're automatically going to have these bad reviews. I don't know why. I feel like I jumped back in time for a second. I'm sorry. I thought I was on track, but I got
Going back to Avengers 2. I feel like before Infinity Wars, at least they should put in some backstory to why they just left out a blank. They're expecting comic book readers to know, which if you read the comic books, you know why Quicksilver can exist in both the universe the Avengers exist in and the Marvel universe of the X-Men. We're just expected to know that.
Well, I think with that they were like, we're gonna make our Quicksilver and let Fox make theirs. That was and they used the whole enhanced human thing because they have to. They can't.
No. They're miracles.
They legally can't say mutant, it's the thing. And that's why you haven't seen any new mutants in Marvel Comics, because in fact
they keep dying, they keep killing them.
The current storyline is all mutants are sterile. Because if Marvel makes a new mutant, then Fox instantly gets rights to that mutant to put into a movie. And that's why the comics are in the poor state they are now, because there's a vendetta. They want their rights back and Fox is refusing to give to them. And successes like Deadpool doesn't help. They're going to pull the money to do with Deadpool. They've got a TV show coming out.
Yeah. FX is going to have new mutants coming out next year. They have next year, it might be this fall or next year, it's going to be FX is going to have Legion, following, of course, Charles Xavier's son. But no linkage to that. It's just I can't remember his name.
I don't remember. Yeah. What's Charles Xavier's name, Jim?
Legion's real name. I can't remember. It's Mora's son.
No, I didn't think it.
You should be our special guest.
Yes, Jim. What is
our implanted?
Yeah, we can't answer the audience.
fact checker.
Is it just me? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Oh, is it just me, or you kind of feel with this new Spider-Man movie that's coming out, and it's a rumor Zendaya is supposed to play
Mary Jane.
Mary Jane. Since that's still a Fox property, correct?
Mm-hmm. Sort of.
Don't you see them? They seem like they're taking risks.
No, see,
like
it's
race bending and gender bending,
it's,
and I kind of think they're taking risks they wouldn't take with their own property.
Well, it's Marvel's now, really. Like Fox is just gonna get a paycheck.
No.
That's kind of what's happening.
Sony. Okay, yeah.
Sony's gonna get a paycheck. I think what they're trying to do there, and we don't know that it's Mary Jane. I'm actually kind of under the. I mean, that was a rumor. I'm kind of under the assumption that they're going to introduce Silk, and that's who she's going to be. But I don't know. But if they did, like, there's certain characters that you can race bend, but certain characters you can't. Mary Jane is one of the ones where it's like she needs to be super attractive, a supermodel. You know, that's how she plays out in the comics, and there's nothing about her that screams, I need to be white. You know what I mean? Like, and there's some characters that need that, but there's some characters like in Man of Steel, like switching Perry White to Lawrence Fishburne. I love one. That's perfect. You know, it's not
the bad way to do it. Fantastic Four.
Yeah, because Fantastic Four is a classic bad way to do it because now you have to do like adoption. It's like you have to make it weird. Like it just doesn't make sense. Okay,
you got one. This will be our last question. Sorry, guys.
This is both for Marvel and for DC, because I've seen how Marvel and DC have supposedly setting up their movies for the next coming years up to like 2020.
Yeah, too old for me.
2027, because apparently I can't speak no more. I know at one point they did have a crossover in the comics with Wolverine and Batman, and they made Darkhold, and it was only for a couple of comics.
Yeah,
they didn't
back in like the 70s or 80s or something.
Do you think that with the direction that both Marvel and DC are headed, do you think that at any point they might come out with a fusion of both of them for either a movie or a TV show?
No.
There's too much copyright.
Yeah, not until people stop going to movies. And as long as people keep going and spending money for their properties, they're like that was the whole reason why it happened in the first place, is because people stopped buying the comics. And so they merged together. I think DC was about to go bankrupt, right? And then they were like, hey, Marvel, let's make comics together. There's not just
that's basically what happened.
Yeah, there's also Marvel versus DC out there. I have those issues. So I think we're getting
wrap it up.
So we appreciate everybody coming. One thing we like to do, though, if you guys don't mind before you leave, is we like to take a big group picture. Would you guys like that up there? So we can take a picture together on Facebook. It'd be fun. You can tag yourselves. We like to see everybody. It's fun.
How do you want to do it?
Just everybody stand right here. Just everybody come up here as much as you can. You want to take it with one of the cameras?